Hey, Mars here. I want to talk today about avoiding being hit by big money gamers during KVK, the kill event, or any time of war. There's many different ways to do this. Protecting yourself via rally, sending to the ruins, allied castles, 8-hour shield, plus speeding to your target, other rules, and tips. So I'll go through each one of those individually, and hopefully you'll learn something by the end of this video. Alright, first one is protecting yourself via a rally. Now this is very simple and very effective. It can be a little slow, but the first thing you do is you choose a castle that you want to rally to keep those troops from being hit while you're attacking or joining a rally or something of that nature. So I'll do a 60-minute rally. I'm not going to share it to the Alliance. Take off your heroes. Start off with getting all of the troops that you aren't going to use into that rally and gather. Alright, that's one. I'm going to have to do several more. I'm going to declare, get rid of the heroes, gather. Okay, gotta do another one. Declare, 60 minutes. Go. Alright, I probably need to do 2 more of these. Good thing I have 5 dispatches. Alright, I'm going to keep some of these behind. Now, I think that I would need to increase my dispatch size, which I do during, kill events and KVKs, but we're not going to do that for right now. So this is the amount of troops that I would have left after 4 dispatches. So this doesn't exactly work for me. I have about 160,000 more out of my castle and into those dispatches, so I'd still be left with about 200,000 troops. If I'm quick, I might be able to use this method. This is better for if you're 5 million power or less, and you're the target range for what this video is for in the first place. So that is how you protect yourself via rallies. So now, if I had less troops, I could go, alright, now I can attack this castle, boom, and go. And hypothetically, my castle would be empty. The next method is to send to ruins or allied castles. The same method really applies. Just choose bubbled castles that you would put your troops in, and ruins, and you don't have a time limit. You're just going to have them there. Now, if your ally moves or shield comes down, then your troops aren't safe, because your troops will be sent right back to you. So that's always a risk you take. If you have just 2 dispatches worth of troops and you want to save your troops, you can send the troops that you aren't going to use to the ruins and then keep the troops that you're going to use for attack. And so that way, if they try and attack you, they're going to hit no troops and your troops will be out. Now, the thing to think about is your troops are coming back. We'll just use a monster. Your troops are coming back and somebody's sitting here and saying, okay, right as soon as his troops come back, I'm going to smash his face. and I'm going to get all those troops that he's been trying to avoid. So one thing you can do is just have your next target ready. Have your heroes already set up in a pre-done dispatch, or just, okay, I don't want to get hit. Boom, 1.5 seconds, and the chances that you'll get hit during that time are unlikely. It'll give you time to look around, get to your next one. I've used ruins, I've used other castles, I've used monsters to avoid getting hit on the way back, and it's a really good method that you can use. And when I talked about the pre-done dispatches, in your dispatch flag here, under troop details, you have these formation settings where you can adjust. And if you already have the dispatch ready, when you go to attack, you can just click that one and it's already pre-done. Now that's more useful for attacking because you're just going to have the designated troops, so you can just push select all and that's much faster. But I just wanted to let you guys know that that is an option. Boom, dispatch, gone. So here's some general rules for protecting yourself during joining rallies or attacking. Don't stay in the same place for a really long time. And if you do, space out your attacks so that they don't know when the next attack is coming, so they can't just sit there and time it. They'll get bored and they'll leave, or they won't pay attention to you and you can sneak another attack in. Be aware of your surroundings. Look around, see if there's a castle that just ported in and is trying to hit you, and time your troops coming back. That will be helpful for you to avoid those big players. They like to port usually just outside of your screen range so that they can set themselves up and time it. So just kind of give it a nice glance around as your troops are coming back so that you can be prepared to be ready to send those troops immediately out to protect yourself. When you join rallies, make sure that you send your troops out, that you protect yourself, because you're locked in on that rally. Once you join that rally, you're in it until the rally is done. And that means they can just sit there and beat on you until the rally is disbanded or makes its attack. So make sure that you use one of the tips above to clear your castle of troops, or ask for reinforcements if you think that you might get attacked during a rally and you think that you can take a solo but not with all your troops out. So that's something to think about. Another thing that's very important is mistakes will be made. So one of the best things you can do is make sure that your research and your hospitals are upgraded very high so that, yeah, your dispatch gets hit, they get it, they caught you. All your troops aren't gone, or a good portion of them will be saved, and your dispatch size should cover your hospital should cover your dispatch size. So really think about that while you're prepping for the next kill event or KVK. Think, what is my dispatch size when I'm attacking, I'm out attacking? It should be the same size as the amount of hospital beds you have for your wounded. So this is the most highly recommended way of attacking and protecting yourself during the kill events and KVK war. It is simply have many 8-hour shields, attack, speed, hit, and then shield. This is a very sure way of making sure that those big 75 million L3 castles aren't soloing you while you're trying to make attacks. It's pretty spendy to do it that way, but not with money, but with alliance points and a few gems here and there. So I typically like to go into a KVK with anywhere from 10 to 20 shields. So it's pretty simple. Choose a target, attack, speed, and then it hits, and shield. Boom. Now, I get most of my shields, especially now that I don't have to spend a lot of alliance points on reskills with the whole 200 gem cost to switch in between preset skills. So I can put a lot more points into shields. So just donate. And then they're not that expensive in the Alliance store. They're only 100,000. I can get 5 shields, and it only took me 3 or 4 days to get 500,000 Alliance honor, and I didn't spend any gems to do that. So once again, all you do is choose your target, boom, attack, speed to it, hit, shield. You don't even have to wait for your troops to come back. You just speed to your target, hit it, immediately shield. They're only going to have 5 to 10 seconds to be able to find you and hit you. That's not a lot of time, and typically they'll port to you to do that. So if you make them waste a port, great for you. His port costs a lot more than your shield. Last tip. You're shielded. You don't want to get unshielded to find out if this target that you've been looking at is worth attacking, because you don't want them to be able to hit you while you wait for a scout to go. So, one of the best ways to do this is click on the castle, click on user info, click the mark right there, and look at their power. 496,000 power. That's not a lot. So, if I was going to look for a juicier target, let's look at Geo. 2,382,000. That's a pretty good chance that he's going to have troops there, especially if he's not burning and he's in a active hive. The next thing you do is you check rain. You see if they have rain. Now, rain is for reinforcements. All you do is you declare war. Don't share it to the alliance. They don't want to see that you're doing a fake rally. You're going to quickly click OK. Gather. View. He has no rains. There's no other people in there. Quickly disband. Now that's going to drop your shield, so now you need to be prepared to attack. Set your attack. Boom. Commit. Speed. And then shield back up. This will help you immensely to get very solid hits. Now you may hit a few that are actually empty, but a majority of the time you're going to get good hits. Now you say, well, how do I know about how many troops there are in a castle? Well, I've found that on average, a castle for every million power they have is anywhere from 80,000 troops to 100,000 troops. Now that depends on what kind of troops they can train, but majority of castles are somewhere between 80 to 100,000 troops for every million power. So that is something that you can think about when you're out attacking. Now once again, find your target. Check their power. Okay. He has what? Maybe 30,000 troops? He's probably farming right now. That is a good way to find out if they have troops or not. Then, check the rain. Then after that, speed to the castle and hit it, and then shield right back up. This will help you get points and help you not get slaughtered by those really big castles. Well, that's all I got for avoiding big money gamers. I like to call them BMGs. And hopefully all the tips helped you. Just remember, you can protect via rally, you can send to the ruins or allied castles, 8-hour shields and speeds. Don't stay in one place too long. Watch for players in your area waiting to hit you. Join rallies. And when you join rallies, protect yourself, your hospitals, and checking power. Do all these things and you'll be successful more often than not. Well, if you liked it or you have any questions, give me a comment below, give my video a like, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.